Hello programmers. This is one of the last videos for our boardwalk game to handle sort of the basics in terms of player movement and those variables. In the next video, we'll be looking at how to set up the tiles for questions. So we need to be on our player sprite, and this is our event handling for when the player is moved, what square to be on. We need an event for at the beginning when the green flag is clicked to make sure that the square number is 0. They're at the start position. And at any time, if they are moving, we need to be able to update that position. So that's why we use a forever loop. And we want to make sure our player is always on top of the other tiles. So inside of the looks category, there is this go to front layer block. That'll make sure that the player is never in the background. We always want to be able to see them at the front. So we're going to add a whole bunch of conditional statements, a whole bunch of if-then statements, one if-then for each of the tile sprites that you have in your game, the tile sprites with questions. So I'm going to set up one and then duplicate it and change it a little bit, change the parameters to make sense for which tiles we're on. So we're going to do that with an equals operator, and we're going to say that if the square number, so drag in the square number for variables, is 1. We're going to use a motion block, and it's the fourth one. It says go to random position, but we need to change that to be our first tile. So if they roll the dice and they roll a 1, our event handling says change their square number to 1. If at any time, forever, right, if that square number variable is 1, they need to be on tile 1. And we pretty much duplicate that throughout the whole process of the game, changing just the square number and the tile number. But before we do that, we need to make sure that the player starts in position 1, which is the start. So if the square number is 0, which it is at the beginning of the game, go to start. I have named all of my tiles. You can see down here in the bottom, I've named my start tile, the one that says start on it, to start. Same for, this should be called end. I can just change it there by making it end. So now we have where to go at the start. Square number is 0, go to start. If they roll the dice, it's square 1, go to tile 1. So we can just duplicate this and keep changing the parameters. If square 2 is, or if square number is equal to 2, go to tile 2, and so on. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and do mine. I would like you to try to do yours too, and then we'll catch up and take a look at how you did. I was just doing it, and I thought, what you might find helpful is rather than duplicating the bottom one each time, you can always do a top-down duplicate. So anything that you right-click to go to duplicate, it'll take everything beneath it. So I can take all 3 of these and slide it down, and then I can work a little bit more quickly. If square number equals 3, if square number equals 4 and 5, I can update each of those tiles to make sure that it matches the square number. Okay, go ahead. Keep working. I'll pause here and catch up with you. Okay, so I hope you had good success with that. I'm just back now where I've got each of my event handlers set up for when the player moves, what square number is assigned to which tile. So just scrolling down the list, square number 3 is tile 3, square number 4 is tile 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. The last one that we need to do is say that if the square number is equal to 1 more than your last question, so square 7 is tile 7, if they get the question right, which we haven't coded yet, but if they get the question right, it moves them forward another tile, another square. So instead of ending up on when it's square number 8, go to tile 8, it's just go to the end tile. And once that happens, it's going to switch our backdrop over to a place called ending. And it can just be like a congratulations screen. Okay, I think that's enough for this video. I'm going to zoom out here and hold it right here so that you can kind of get a closer look at what this code is and what it looks like. And I hope you had good success with the video. Go back and rewatch any things that you might need to do. Good luck and see you in the next video.